Good morning, everybody. Today we'll discuss some more problems on LL1 grammar. Consider the example E derives E plus n or n, and we have to verify whether 5 plus 4 plus 3 is valid or not. Okay, as a first step, you know that we have to verify whether the given grammar is left recursive or not. Is it not? So, by observing the grammar, you may be knowing that it indicates the left recursion. So, we have to remove that. How it looks after removing left recursion? E derives n E dash. Then E dash means plus n E dash or epsilon. Okay, now the grammar is ready for top-down approach. That is, we can directly apply LL1 on this. Now, we'll take this and we'll find first and follow for the given grammar. So we have to verify first. We have to compute first for E and E dash. Is it not? So first of E is equal to first of N E dash. That is N itself, because N is the start symbol, which is a terminal. Then first of E dash is first of plus N E dash and first of epsilon. Is it not? So first of plus N E dash is equal to plus itself. That itself the answer. First of E dash is equal to epsilon. So epsilon is the answer. So totally first of E dash is equal to plus comma epsilon. Next, we will find follow. So follow of E is dollar, as it is a start symbol, and we are not having E on RHS side. So only we are having a non-terminal E dash on RHS side. So for that you have to compute and follow of E dash is equal to follow of E. Is it not? So follow of E dash is also equal to dollar. We computed first and follow, and our next job is constructing predictive parsing table. You know that predictive parsing table is with non-terminal and input symbol, nothing but terminals. Non-terminals are E and E dash. Input symbol N plus dollar. Now, based on first, we have to fill this table. First of E is N. So E on N, you have to fill the E's production. That is E derives N E dash. Then first of E dash is plus and epsilon. On plus, you fill the production. E dash on plus is E dash derives plus N E dash. Okay, after filling that, for epsilon, you have to verify where actually the epsilon is. Epsilon is not here, but epsilon is here. Is it not? So where epsilon presents, that particular pulse follow. That means we have to find follow of E dash. Follow of E dash. What is follow of E dash? Follow of E dash is dollar. So E dash on dollar, you have to insert E dash derives epsilon. Okay, and this is what how to fill this table. And after filling this table, our next question is verify whether 5 plus 4 plus 3 is valid or not. So please remember, 5 plus 4 plus 3 means it is n plus n plus n. Okay, n plus n plus n. Instead of writing 5 plus 4 plus 3, we'll write n plus n plus n. Okay, and input is n plus n plus n, and stack, top of the stack contains start symbol. What is start symbol here? That is E. So you write E on dollar. Dollar indicates end marker. Okay, dollar on that E. Here input n plus n plus n dollar. Now first step is E on n. E on n indicates that E should be replaced with NE dash. So this E you can replace with NE dash. Okay, so this will remain as it is. Now N is at the top and input also contains N at the top. So NN cancels. The remaining is E dash dollar, here plus n dollar. Now E dash on plus. What is that? E dash will be replaced with plus NE dash. So plus NE dash dollar. Here it is plus n dollar. Now plus cancels. The remaining is NE dash dollar. Here it is N plus N dollar. Now N cancels. The remaining is E dash dollar plus N dollar. Then once again E dash on plus. What? It is plus N E dash. You have to replace E dash with plus N E dash. Here it is plus N dollar. So plus plus cancels. The remaining is NE dash dollar. Here it is N dollar. So NN cancels. The remaining is E dash dollar here. Here it is dollar. Then E dash on dollar is epsilon. Okay. So E dash will replace it with epsilon. Epsilon means nothing. So just dollar remains. Here also dollar. So when stack also empty, input is also empty, it indicates that the given input is accepted by the grammar using predictive parsing table. Okay. So it is perfectly correct and it will be verified by the given table. Okay. Now we'll take one more example, that is S derives AAB, BBBA, A derives epsilon, B derives epsilon. If you observe the production there itself, you can conclude that it is not with the left recursion. Okay. And no product is with the left recursion. You can directly start by finding first and follow. No left recursion. Now we'll find first for the given production. S derives AAB, BBBA. S contains two parts. Is it not? First of AAB, first of BBBA. So first of S is equal to first of AAB. First of AAB, is it first of A? No, because A derives epsilon. When A derives epsilon, what you have to write? First of A minus epsilon union of remaining. Okay. Remaining is what? A, B. Now, what is first of A? First of A is epsilon. First of B is also epsilon. Is it not? So first of A is epsilon minus epsilon union of first of AAB. First of AAB is A. So epsilon epsilon cancels. The answer is A. And we'll take second part, that is first of BBBA. First of BBBA is equal to first of B, but B derives epsilon. Is it not? So first of B minus epsilon union of rest of that BBA. Now, what is first of B? First of B is epsilon minus epsilon union of first of BBA, that is B. So epsilon epsilon cancels. The answer is B. So totally first of S is equal to A comma B. First of A is epsilon. First of B is also epsilon. Okay. Now after computing first, we'll go to finding the follow. Okay. Follow of S start symbol, that is dollar. Next, you please observe we are not having any S on the RHS side. So finally follow of S is only dollar. What are the other non-terminals? A is one non-terminal. This is another non-terminal. This is another non-terminal. This is another non-terminal. So for each of the non-terminal exist in RHS, you have to find follow. Is it not? We'll see what is follow of this A first. Follow of A is equal to first of AAB. First of AAB. The answer is A itself because it started with terminal. Now we'll move to second A. Okay, this A. What is follow of this A? Follow of this A is first of B. So B is the answer. So totally follow of A is A comma B. Now follow of B. Follow of this B is first of BBA, that is B. Follow of second B is first of A, that is A. So totally follow of B is A comma B. We find first and follow. Is it not? Now we'll construct predictive parsing table. Non-terminal input symbol. Non-terminals are S, A, and B, and terminals are A, B, and dollar. Is it not? Now, according to first of S is equal to A comma B. Is it not? So you have to include S production. S derives A, B on A. S derives B, 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 A on B. Next, first of A is epsilon. First of B is also epsilon. So no, you will not fill anything into this table. But whenever epsilon presents, you have to compute follow of that. Is it not? You have to compute follow of A, follow of B. So follow of A and follow of B is required. So follow of A is AB, follow of B is also AB. So fall of AB means on A, you on input AB, you have to include his production with epsilon. A derives epsilon, A derives epsilon. Like that on B. B derives epsilon, B derives epsilon. Okay. So this is what final predictive parsing table. So the given grammar is perfectly suits for LL1. Now we will move to one more example, that is S derives IETS, IETS yes or A, E derives B. If you see the given grammar, IETS, IETS, that means it is not left factor, is it not? So because it is starting with the common, and we have to make it left factor. How to make it? Common thing you write first, that is IETS, then you include one new non-terminal, that is S dash. And S dash means the remaining, that is S dash means ES, and here nothing is remaining, so epsilon. Okay, so that's what we written here, and this production E derives B as it is, and this A as it is under S. So now it is left factor, which suits for processing. Okay, so instead of directly processing, which is not left factor, you have to make it like this, and then you have to find first and follow. We'll make after making this left factor, we'll find first and follow. You have to find first and follow is easier because especially first. Okay, first of S is first of this and first of this. See, both are starting with the terminal, is it not so? First of S is nothing but I comma A. Like that, first of S dash, that also starting with terminal E comma epsilon. E comma epsilon is the answer for first of S dash. Next, first of E. First of E is nothing but first of E, that is B. So we computed S, S dash and E. Next, we have to compute follow, is it not? What is follow of S? Follow of S is dollar. And we are also having S on the RHS side at this place as well as in this place, is it not? Now, follow of S is equal to first of S dash, but S dash derives epsilon. You please observe. Whenever it is deriving epsilon, how to write? First of S dash minus epsilon union of follow of S. Okay. First of S dash is we already computed E comma epsilon minus epsilon union of follow of S is dollar. So epsilon epsilon cancels, is E comma dollar. Okay. Then follow of S is equal to follow of S dash. Follow of S is equal to follow of S dash, and then we'll find follow of E, one more non-terminal, is it not? Follow of E is equal to first of T S S dash, that is T is a terminal, so T is the answer. T is the answer. And then follow of S dash is equal to follow of S. Okay, so that is E comma dollar. So we computed follow of S dash, and follow of E. Is it not? Now we'll construct the table using non-terminal and input symbol. E, that is S dash E. Is it not? And so many input symbols, that is A, B, E, I, T, dollar. Now we'll see first of S is I comma A. So you include S production which starts with I, that is IETS S dash. Then on A you include S derives A. Then first of S dash is E comma epsilon. Don't consider epsilon, you worry only about E. So S dash derives ES. Then first of E is B. So on input symbol B, you include E derives B. Okay. In this, we are having epsilon on S dash. So you have to find follow of S dash. What is follow of S dash? That is E comma dollar. So on S dash, on these input symbols, that is E comma dollar, you have to include S dash derives epsilon. S dash derives epsilon. S dash derives epsilon. Now the problem, that is, whenever for the same non-terminal on the same input symbol, if we are getting more than one production, it makes ambiguous. Is it not? We don't know S dash will be replaced by ES or with epsilon. So it leads to the confusion. For the same input, for the one non-terminal on the same input symbol, if you are getting two productions, means it indicates that it is not LL1. Okay, the grammar is not suitable for LL1. So by making round, and you have to indicate that this particular uh, production on this particular non-terminal and the input symbol, it proves that the given grammar is not LL1. Okay, so sometimes you may get the question that prove that the given grammar is not LL1 means you have to prove like this. Okay, because two production on the same non-terminal with the same input symbol, it leads to the confusion. So we have to think more powerful grammar.